Hello everyone and welcome back to something a little bit different. Now, I probably get more questions about this than I do anything else when it comes to my sim racing, and that is these things, gloves. Some people think they are one of the dumbest sim racing purchases you can make. Other people understand, of course, when you're dealing with certain wheels, that they are very, very important. In fact, quickly, I'll give you guys a bit of an explainer. This is my Fanatec Formula 1 rim, and as you can see, just on the edges is a very, very soft piece of fabric known as Alcantara. Now, a lot of people seem to believe that you're protecting your hands from the steering wheel. That's not the case. You're actually protecting the steering wheel from your hands. Now, of course, if I'm doing like a 4 or a 6 hour race, I'm going to get quite sweaty. And sweat and just general... humans are gross. There's no other way of describing it. Basically, they all will absolutely wear your wheel out. Now, for example, this wheel, just this wheel, cost me about £400, which I understand for a lot of people is an insane amount of money. But when you just spend a little bit of extra money to protect that, really, really worth it in the long run. Now, it's safe to say I've had my fair use out of these gloves. People were constantly asking me where they could buy them, you know, what gloves I had. And long story short, you couldn't buy them. Luckily, I was given to them by EA on the release of F1 22. So they've lasted me, it might have even been F1 2021. So they've lasted me at least 18 months. It might even be 2.5 years now. But as you can see, a lot of the fingers either had holes in them or were going to have holes in them very, very soon. You can just see there. It was not looking great. So I put out a tweet a few weeks ago basically asking people what gloves they would recommend. And I got a very special message from IMB Racewear. Now, we got talking. Funnily enough, we actually knew each other from previous YouTube ventures. So we were instantly on good footing. And basically, they said to me they were going to make me some custom gloves. Matt212 designed gloves. And not only will I get them, but you can buy them as well. So let's take a look inside this package. Now, I, as you can quite clearly tell, have no idea. I've sort of seen the renders for them and what they are meant to look like, but I have got no idea what we are about to let ourselves into. So, first of all, we've luckily been given a pair of IMB Racewear socks as well. They look very, very cool. I don't do a pedal cam at the moment. Would people like to see my feet? I don't really know. We've also been very, very lucky to get a couple of keychains as well, so very, very cool. But yeah, this is the creme de la creme then. Here we go, the new Matt212 sim racing gloves. Take a look at those. That is so cool. I never thought I'd see this design, you know, my own logo on a pair of gloves there. Let's just get these out. You get a nice little bag with them as well. I'll make sure that I'm keeping them very, very clean and tidy as well. Then you see little Union Jacks as well, but these are so, so cool. Now, if you just want general IMB Racewear gloves as well, they have a fantastic range of products available. You know, they do a lot of different varieties. So, say, for example, if you don't like having the fingers, you can actually have those removed as well. So you have fingerless gloves. You can get long or short. You basically can pretty much custom spec them to whatever you're wanting. And, of course, you know, if you want your own design, say, for example, you wanted my face on them, you can even do that as well on their website. But yeah, let's just take off the Velcro quickly then, of course. They're going to be new gloves, so it's going to take a little bit of time to wear into. But boy, oh boy, they do feel comfy. Very, very comfy indeed. I quite like a nice tight-fitting glove, but obviously also something that is breathable. So you can see, you might just be able to see if I go close enough to the camera. There are some holes, of course, as well, just to allow, obviously, your hands to breathe still. Obviously, sweat and things like that are still going to be an issue. I'm waiting, you know, maybe IMB can make gloves with air conditioning in them in the future, but take a look at those. They look so cool. I cannot wait to get into the rig and test these out there. The design on them is absolutely fantastic, you know, obviously just how well detailed they are as well. You know, it's not just like it's a picture just slapped on. They really do feel like they've been designed properly. And I think these are going to look super cool on the sim rig. So you know what? Let's go find out. Well, I thought I'd come to my favourite track then on F1 23 just to give these gloves a little bit of a first test drive. Now, for those of you, of course, that have bought gloves before, you'll probably know to begin with, they are going to be a little bit stiff, but it should probably only take a few hours of wear before they are immediately kind of feeling pretty much just like an extension of your hand. But of course, yeah, the other big thing as well is always you want to make sure that you're still getting enough information through the wheel. Now, these do immediately, I'm feeling very much at home with them as well. Of course, you know, how we'll get on over longer races, only time will tell. Of course, you know, I will be doing a lot of F123. You'll be seeing these a lot in the very near future as well. But of course, yeah, the early stages are just about trying to make sure that you get them molded in. Obviously, you know, just a different way. It's even the little things like around your knuckle and things like that. Of course, everyone's hands are slightly different, but instantly I'm feeling like I'm still able to get a lot of information out of the wheel still, of course, because, you know, with that extra layer, sometimes, you know, I have used gloves in the past, you know, where they're designed to be super thick and super durable, and you actually feel slower, because not only can you not move your hand around as much inside the glove, you know, you only want a little bit of slippage, but you definitely want a little bit nonetheless. You actually, you know, can't really feel what's going on behind that. But yeah, first lap done here at Qatar, fairly clean and tidy. Not the fastest lap in the world, but that's Matt 212 for you. These do feel really, really good, and I'm really excited to be able to use them more and more. Of course, I'll make sure I leave links down in the description below as well. Obviously, if you want to buy a pair of Matt 212 sim racing gloves as well, you know, I reckon they're a pretty good option. I'd love to see, you know, more and more drivers using them in the future. But I just look down, look at that, and suddenly there's my logo. Which is, it's a rather weird feeling, you know. I don't think I've ever had my logo on anything in the past, but yeah, really, really am a fan of those. Instantly out of the gate, things are feeling good, of course, you know. As well, for me, I obviously don't just play Formula 1 games, you know, I do rallying, that kind of thing as well. So if you're subscribed to my rally channel, these are going to be appearing very, very soon as well over there. So, of course, you know, with the shifter and things like that as well. Of course, they'll be on my streams, everything like that. I must admit, I'm very, very happy to have gloves that aren't now covered in holes once again. But yeah, like I said, obviously, I'll make sure I leave a link down in the description below, because these, yeah, really are hopefully going to change my sim racing experience over the next couple of years there. But like I said, it's just so cool. You look down. Obviously, they have got these nice little grips as well on the back, obviously, like I showed you. So, you know, there is a lot of detail to them. You know, you kind of find that balance between real-life racing gloves, which, of course, you know, allow you to grip onto the wheel and things like that, where sim racing has become so sophisticated. But then you get some gloves that are fireproof, and I don't really quite understand the point behind that, because let's be fair, if my house is burning down, as much as I love these, they might not be the first thing I go to save, being completely honest with you. So, you know, if they're fireproof, you also get a lot more thickness to them and things like that. You're going to get a lot hotter and sweatier and all of that as well. But yeah, a massive, massive thank you to IMB for sending these out to me. Like I said, there will be a link down in the description below if you want to go check them out for yourself. Matt 212 gloves, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait to use these throughout the entirety of 2024. But yeah, we'll be back very, very soon with a brand new video, which, yeah, probably is going to be featuring these bad boys.